Okay, I'm going to write a quadratic function in standard form now when one of my points is not a y-intercept. I'm going to start off with 3 standard form equations because I'm going to be using all 3 of these points to get us started. And you guys can skip this part if you just want to go ahead and start plugging your numbers in. I'm just doing it to stay neat and organized. So on the first ordered pair, I've got x of -1 and y of 9. So a times -1 squared plus b times -1 plus c equals 9. This one, I'm using 2, 6. A times 2 squared plus b times 2 plus c equals 6. And on this one, I'm going to use 3 and 13. So a times 3 squared plus b times 3 plus c equals 13. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and clean these up. That will become 1a minus b plus c equals 9. I'm going to clean up the second one. 4a plus 2b plus c equals 6. And I'm going to clean up the third one. 9a plus 3b plus c equals 13. And just to stay kind of like in a format and in an order, I'm going to start by writing the first two, which is a minus b plus c equals 9, and 4a plus 2b plus c equals 6. I'm going to use the last equation as the one to help me eliminate a variable. So if I multiply that last equation by -1, I'm going to be able to get the c to become negative, so I can use it to cancel out c's here. So I'm just going to go ahead and do the multiplication and rewrite them underneath. -1 times 9a is -9a. -1 times 3b is -3b. -1 times c is -c. And -1 times 13 is -13. Okay, that same equation is going underneath the second one. And now I'll go ahead and clean them up. You can see that the c's will cancel. I'm left with -8a minus 4b equals 9, 10, 12, 13, -4. And on this one, we're left with -5a minus b, the c's cancel, equals -7. And now I have two equations with just two variables, just an a and a b, and I can use those two equations to cancel each other out. So -8a minus 4b equals -4, -5a minus b equals -7. Okay, I'm going to look at these and figure out what can I do to get either the a or the b to cancel out. It's easiest to go for the b. If I multiply the entire bottom equation by -4, I'll be able to get that to become +4 when I rewrite it, and they'll cancel each other out. So this one's coming over. -8a minus 4b equals -4. The bottom one is now going to become 20a plus 4b equals 28. Okay, from here, I'm going to go ahead and cancel out my b's, leaving me with 12a equals 24. Divide each side by 12, and a equals 2. Okay, so I have an a value. Now I need to get a b value. And I can take either one of these equations, plug in a, and solve it for b. So on that note, I'm going to go ahead and just take the bottom one. Doesn't matter, you can use either one. -5a minus b equals -7, and replace the a with the 2. -5 times 2 minus b equals -7. -10 minus b equals -7. Add 10 to each side, and I get -b equals 3. Divide each side by -1, and I now know that b is equal to -3. So I now have an a value and a b value, and I can go ahead and go back and finish solving for my c value. If I take the first equation, the a minus b plus c equals 9, and I plug in an a and a b, a is 2, b is -3. I only have one variable left to solve for, which is the c. Double negative becomes positive, so 2 plus 3 is 5 plus c equals 9. Subtract 5 from each side, and I now have c equals 4. And I now know a, b, and c, and I can rewrite in standard form using the a, b, and the c. The a was 2x squared. The b was -3 minus 3x, and the c was 4 plus 4 equals 0. And we wrote that in standard form.